Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Notre Dame head coach told me before the game he understands the SEC is a line of scrimmage league. That's why he is really trying to prove that the ACC can battle with them in the trenches. He said this will be a huge matchup to test his team, and he'll have to be very good on the play calls. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Notre Dame's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30.
The run inside. It's Lacey.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Running inside, it's Lacey. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
There's so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays. Well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in. A 1st and goal situation, opening drive masterpiece.
The Rebels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw again. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Looking for a crease, it's Mobley. Squeezes ahead for a couple, they'll get it out to the 9.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down, it's 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Here's a little room there. Made a defender miss. He now has 56 yards rushing for him now. What a drive to kick off the new season.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete in the middle. To the 10. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Williams. Headed to the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready. Set high.
Looking downfield on first down. The short hands. It's Cook.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Black 18. Black 18.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. Turns it on in midfield. Racing to the right. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perez. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Play action, C.J. Carr. That's caught. It's Mobley. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Carr. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Running inside, it's Mobley. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Play fake, Carr. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll start this drive firing. That's reeled in. It's Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and a lot of offenses, when they get their free safety matched up man-to-man, they're going to take shots because they believe their guy can win. Really nice man-to-man coverage and a nice job making a play on the ball at the end that results in an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running behind that left side. Shakes off the defender. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And those RPOs can confuse the defense, can cause a little bit of hesitation, and that hesitation was just enough. Hand it off, get the first down on 3rd down.
And the Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Throwing, Carr. Williams open on the right side. Breaks into the open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Some room. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. At midfield, he's got room. Flying out to the left. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Rebels. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he made the extra point without problem. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Here's Carr to throw. Makes the catch. It's Graham. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Going for the marker on the ground. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Caught by Williams on the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Number 35 sets a kickoff.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. There's some room. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're working that left side. Ole Miss calls its second time.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu. Key narration volume set to 100.
And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
I like getting these slant throws early and getting some completions because you're setting up the slant and go. Later in the game, the quarterback can pump the slant route and then hit him up the sideline for a big game.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Has to get there to move the sticks. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Wildcats trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. throwing. Carr. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Nice move to keep running. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Here's Carr to throw. Here's a heat. Fighting off the defender. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Now he's looking to throw it. Looking for the goal line. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on second.
Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the ground, it's Lacey. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Is Mike backer showing some versatility? Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run game.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him when he has this kind of time.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time. Oh, he's got some space. The 50, the 40, the 20. He's at the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Rebels! Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. motion from the wideout. Play action, Carr. On target. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Picked up 5 on that last pass play, now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Williams. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Carr. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking for space. It's Lacy. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down.
Switch it.
He goes out of bounds just short of the first down marker, and the defense gets a stop.
And I get it. At this point in the 2nd half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Running inside, it's Williams. Makes it past the marker. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
We can only imagine more fireworks ahead here in the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quick toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Rebels' offense is back on the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another.
He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Throwing, Carr. With the catch, it's Mobley. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Carr on play action. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
C.J. Carr firing again. It's complete to the left. Inside the 30. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Really good job by everybody there.